A very good morning to you, and thanks for joining us on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. My name is Nyamgul Agagia. The program is Front Page Review. We're glad to be here again. It's a Monday morning after the festivities of Christmas. We're here again. Some people traveled and they're back. Some are still where they are, but we're glad that you can listen to us anywhere in the world. You can also watch us anywhere in the world. So wherever you are, we're expecting that you don't leave the family. You continue to be part of the family and contribute as we discuss national issues. This morning, we, as usual, are going to do what we do all the time. That is, bring you the headlines and expect you to contribute your voice to the national discourse. That is what we're going to do now. Okay, so we'll begin this morning with the stories on the Daily Post. Daily Post leads with Kano people have agreed that Kwankwaso Governor Yusuf defect to APC. That's according to Rogo. Okay. That's the Director General of Protocol, Directorate of Kano State Government House, Abdullahi Rogo, has said that the citizens of the state and voters have agreed that the former governor and incumbent Rabiu Kwankwaso and Governor Abba Yusuf should defect to the All Progressives Congress APC from the New Nigeria People's Party NNPP. Okay, I don't know whether they went to the streets and had a consensus. The people sent them to go and join the APC. All right, that's the story. Federal government, Niger government mobilized 979 forest guards to boost security. And then ISWAP terrorists attack Yobe communities, injure village head, loot health center. Okay, this is like saying whatever you think you can do, we are right in your face. You cannot do anything, because after the bombardment in Sokoto, we thought that this was going to go down a little bit. But right now, ISWAP terrorists are daring the federal government. This is how I see it. Okay. Now we move to the Punch newspaper. The Punch leads with federal government writes off $1.42 billion, 5.57 trillion naira NNPC debt. A lot of people might want to get a little peek into that story. The President Bola Tinubu has approved the cancellation of a substantial portion of the debt owed by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to the Federation account, wiping off about $1.42 billion and 5.57 trillion naira after a reconciliation of records between both parties. This is contained in a document prepared by the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission and presented to at the November meeting of the Federation Account Allocation Committee. One would think that at this time that Nigeria needs money, and anywhere that our money is, we will want to collect it and do what we need to do instead of borrowing. But well, after reconciliation, we don't know what the details are. Obaseki fumes as suspected political thugs strip cousin naked. U.S. airstrikes. Tambuwal visits Sokoto community. Olawekbo Hashim slams APC. Then Chief of Army Staff joins troop for luncheon. Promises improved welfare this Yuletide. 2027 battle. Makinde Fayoshe lock horns over 30 billion naira relief funds. Politicians skimming over 600 billion naira in reverse coffers. That's according to Wiki. ADC LP slammed Tinubu over Europe holiday amid security crisis. So what is that story talking about? The opposition African Democratic Congress and the Labour Party on Sunday criticized President Bola Tinubu for departing Nigeria for Europe on holiday at a time the country is grappling with rising insecurity, including foreign military interventions in the north. The presidency announced on Sunday that Tinubu left Lagos for Europe for his end-of-year holiday ahead of an official visit to Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, where he is scheduled to attend the 2026 edition of the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week Summit. Okay. The house is burning. and you're holidaying. That's what the ADC and LP are saying, that he shouldn't have gone for this holiday in a time or at a time like this. Okay, let's move to the Sun newspaper. The Sun newspaper leads with 2027 Obi Atiku split ADC, LP crisis deepens. Wow. All right. 2027, why I will not be vice president to anybody. That's according to Peter Obi. So you want to read up on that story and know why he has decided not to be the vice presidential candidate to anybody. National Assembly misses December 2025 deadline for completion of Constitution review. Makinde challenges Fayose to show proof of 50 billion naira that was released to him. And then 34 lawyers fail NJC integrity test for appointment as judges. Integrity test. Okay. Now, on the Daily Trust newspaper, we have fuel price down, transport fares still up. Kanu governor set to join APC, says aid. Then we have the leading story there is U.S. airstrikes, casualties likely in Sokoto. Okay, let's move to the Nation newspaper. That will be the final newspaper this morning before we join Rufai to also tell us what he thinks about the headlines. The Nation newspaper leads with Tinubu must complete 8 years as president. That is according to Wike. Tinubu must complete 8 years as president. That's Wike. Seems as if he's going to be voting all by himself. Okay. Other headlines are federal government U.S. Collaboration excites ex-agitator. Teenage network founder selected as Malala Fund education champion. Ex-lawmaker seeks improved welfare for PLWDs, that is, people living with disabilities. Bishop to Christians, be faithful and trust in God. Okay, those are the headlines. The major headlines on all these bulletins are Tinubu must complete 8 years as president. That's according to Wike. That's on the Nation. On the Daily Trust, U.S. airstrikes, casualties likely in Sokoto. On the Sun newspaper, 2027 Obi Atiku split, ADC LP crisis deepens. On the Punch newspaper, the leading headline is federal government writes off $1.42 billion and 5.57 trillion naira NNPC debt. And on Daily Post, Kano people have agreed that Kwankwaso, Governor Yusuf, defect to APC, according to Rogo. Okay, those were the headlines, some of the headlines at least. So we're hoping that you are going to call in and send your messages and all that. We'll also remember that we're going to have Dr. Peter Anosike join us on the show a little bit later on. But right now, let's go to Rufai and hear what his thoughts are this morning.
That occurred. Most stories have been into a mass as a result of the strike that occurred. In fact, I think the Nigerian authorities now said over 16 precision-guided GPS artilleries, was sent in. I think Tambawal has also come out to say that the attack was targeted at Lakurawa fighters. And in fact, now, for those that were asking the questions about the justification, why not Borno, why that area? Actually, they said they struck the area because it was a passageway, for terrorists into the country. And when you look at the charts, that it is that passageway terrorists will normally take into the country to be able to perpetrate their nefarious acts. So all in all, the American authorities are saying it's a success. The Nigerian authorities also saying it's a success. 16 missiles launched. Debris landed in Jabo and Kwara. So I think the story as regards the Kwara, what we saw in Kwara, they were saying debris probably landed in Kwara. This is what the report is saying. So on how the strike was executed, the federal government said a total of 16 GPL guided ammunition was deployed using MQ Reaper unmanned area platform drones. Okay, so drones too were also deployed. They successfully neutralized ISIS targets attempting to enter Nigeria through the Sahel corridor. The government disclosed that debris from the expended ammunition fell in Jabo, Tamba local government area of Sokoto, and in Offa, Kwara State, near hotel premises. So actually, it was the debris of the bomb that fell. It however assured that no civilian casualty was recorded, adding that the security agencies promptly rescued the affected areas. So the Minister of Information said the strikes targeted two major ISIS camps located between the Bounty Forest axis of Taganza local government area. Meanwhile, Sokoto State government have welcomed the joint military action that neutralized ISIS elements, despite the anxiety being triggered by the incident in Bargini. The state government stressed that no civilian deaths or injuries were recorded. So he urged residents to remain calm. Also, a statement by the Director General Media Publicity Government has noted that this report underscores the official assurances of precision, and he further noted that over the past 2 years, Sokoto state government has consistently backed security agents by providing operational support, against things like for things like strikes and things like that. The federal government indicated that the targeted locations were being used by foreign ISIS elements infiltrating Nigeria from the Sahel region. So they were doing this in collaboration with local affiliates. The strike was established under command and control structures with full involvement of the Armed Forces of Nigeria under the supervision of Minister of Defense as well as Chief of Defense Staff. The precision was launched from maritime platform based on the Gulf of Guinea after extensive reconnaissance and gathering of information. And the federal government said it remains resolute in confronting insurgency. So I think now there's been an official statement, and this accounts for what happened in Kwara as regards what happened. So despite the discrepancies and the fact that National Assembly is saying they should re-gazette, and the re-gazetting, a lot of people are asking questions that, why don't you show us the harmonized bill you have first and compare it with what was gazetted so that we know the truth of what happened? So this is your attempt to just go re-gazette, which the National Assembly anyway claims for transparency reason, is becoming problematic. And that's why even some newspapers are now accusing the government and accusing the president of being around this. But I don't feel it's about the president, but I think there needs to be a level of accountability that we have not seen to be able to reveal what is going on. But Taiwo Idili was the presidential, we went to meet the president yesterday in his house in Lagos, in Ikoyi. And he says that definitely the bill is going to go on. So a lot of Nigerians should prepare for the 1st of January, and in advance I wish you a very good year. And please, I also like to tell you, it's time to be able to prioritize your financial expenses in the new year. There might be quite some economic headwinds here and there, but prioritization does help. Fire raises homes in Ibadan, injures residents. NAF aircraft seized by Burkina Faso finally arrived for its management checks and things like that. So I think the plane that was seized by Burkina Faso finally arrives. PDP also is slamming the government that why wasn't it the government that spoke about the fact of what happened and what transpired as regards the bombing, the airstrikes. So PDP is slamming the government as regards that, making some argument. There are also many other stories making rounds as regards Gbajabiamila. I think that's been clear. The presidency is denying rumors of Gbajabiamila replacement, and this week, great week, was brought back to town. President's son got another chieftaincy title. The Okolomo trail keeps going on, and hopefully we're looking at many possibilities to abound in the new year. But like I said, please, it's a year that we need to prioritize a lot of our expenses. The little things we can do by helping people in need, by amplifying their cases on VOP here, we'll keep doing that. But it's just about you to prioritize your expenses and be able to look inwards. Because if you don't prioritize your expenses, then people now start to fall into situations that they cannot handle. Don't forget, as you spend a lot this season, don't forget school fees is coming thick and fast, and by January, school fees is going to come. And please don't forget there's also going to be increases here and there. Study confirms that ISWAP logistic hub in Sokoto has questioned still focus of US airstrike. So actually, what they are saying is that ISWAP logistic hub is in Sokoto. So this is for those that are saying, why did they strike Sokoto and everything? I mean, intelligence is far-reaching enough. So it's unlike the place a lot of people thought they will have strike. This is the first Christmas without church attack in US, says camp president after meeting President Tinubu. Air Peace Lagos Accra flight disrupted as conveyor belt hits aircraft, and this is a big indictment on the companies, that give support and ground staff to airports. Okay, look at this case now. I don't know who was driving the conveyor belt that went to destroy the covering of the engine that has cost Air Peace a lot of money now, and the flight is cancelled. So, in fact, Achimogu was saying yesterday, that most of the time you see flight disruption by Air Peace, it's some other people that are causing the problem, but Air Peace doesn't want to throw everybody under the bus, and that's why they just take the hits, as regards what is happening. And this is a very sad one. I mean, this is an expenses unplanned for, and it's just because of the negligence. So will the ground company that supplies the conveyor, will they now fix this problem that has been falling Air Peace, that they caused themselves and not Air Peace? I mean, these are the big question. And I like this story. Police arrest bandits seen in viral video flaunting arm and cash. That's good. If we can keep arresting these people as we see them in videos, and I think that will do a whole lot. DHQ has also confirmed Nigeria-US joint airstrikes on ISIS-linked targets. Sokoto prison not safe for Nnamdi Kanu. That's what his lawyers are saying after the airstrike. His lawyers have been saying they should take him out of Sokoto and all of that. And there have been pictures awash as regards properties, 212 billion linked to Malami. I mean, these properties are everywhere. And I think these are questions we should ask, because see, one government go, one government, we keep talking about the same thing about corruption. Even if these current governments, we see, when they to go, a lot of things will be revealed after them. So we must be able to look inwards to be able to get down to brass tacks as a result of this matter and ensure that we do well. But like we start to get to the end of the year, guys, I would just like to advise each and every one of us, please, let's just ensure that we prioritize our spending. Akpabio is telling Nigerians that banditry will be defeated in 2026. We hope and pray. ADC is slamming Tinubu over US airstrikes in Sokoto, demand details of terrorists killed. We have not seen a lot of details, but they said their logistical hub was cut off. Afenifere is backing US airstrike against ISIS in Sokoto. And 5G will run one budget cycle for March 2026. The same federal government that pushed the 2025 budget cycle to March 2026. Let's see if that's going to be possible. We just hope and pray that that is possible.
As regards the state of play of things in the country, so there's this story making the rounds about Minister Wike and the fact that he was speaking somewhere and he was saying that when it's 2027, leading up 2027 politicking will start, that they have said on your mandates before some people said on your mandates. So those people can be deceiving themselves. And he said, the one that made me laugh the most is the fact he said he's the most abused politician. But one part he didn't add to it is that he currently has a 40 billion lawsuit for abusing Tonya Cole and saying something about that is defamatory to Tonya Cole. So he's never going to point that out. He keeps insisting that he's the most abused. The same person that abuses almost everybody, casts aspersion on the personality of most people on his media chats and the likes, is the one now saying that
he's the most abused anyway after President Tinubu. So I think he's dragging for title. But let's see how that pans out. So Sani is saying that the American lawmaker Riley Moore should not be quick to take all the commendation, that the Americans should not be quick to take all the commendation for what has happened as regards the airstrike, because Riley Moore is saying that the airstrike has changed the game for the terrorists and things like that. So there's a lot of buzz about the airstrike, but what he increasingly keeps saying is that he should not take all the glory yet. It's just, we should just all be cautiously optimistic, and we'll see how all of this pans out. Kudos to Nigeria for overpowering Tunisia 3-2. I mean, we first scored 3-0 up. Also, for Tunisia to be able to score 2, let's be careful. Anyway, VAR was that second penalty for Tunisia, but we should also be careful. FG has deployed about 7,000 forest guards to tackle banditry, which is good. And for primates, the primates that said that they should not use Ademola Lookman, hope you know that Ademola Lookman keeps scoring. He has scored again against Tunisia. So let's see how it pans out. But Nigeria is 6 points up, and what it means is that we'll definitely, I think we're definitely qualified as we speak. We just need to be able to win our last game against Uganda, because Tanzania and Uganda did play a draw, so both of them are pretty much low on points. It's only Tunisia that has won a game. They have 3 points, and so even if Tunisia wins their last game, which they might likely win, it will probably be Nigeria and Tunisia that will come out of the group, or if Uganda can fight for their or Tanzania can fight for their dear lives against Uganda. I beg your pardon for that. 9 killed as explosion rocks Zamfara. There was another explosion over the course of the weekend in Zamfara, which is another sad one, apart from the burnings around Christmas Day in Borno, in the mosque, which is a sad one, which led to the killing of Muslim brothers, and there are many other things that are making the rounds and that are happening as we speak. Increasingly, there's been this talk by Umahi. I think Umahi is trying to position himself to be leader. He was said to have said in a video that Igbos should forget about 2027. That when it's time for Igbo presidency, he's the one that they should look at and call on. You see, I don't like to join issues with people like Umahi. At first, after we asked him what's the cost per kilometer, he's still struggling as regards that, still busy mentioning my name everywhere. Most importantly, I think rather than thinking of having this wishful thinking of him being the person that will be an Igbo likely presidential candidate, when it's time for Igbos, like he says, to run for president, I think we should focus on the Bini bypass, because people spend hours there the other day, and I think we should focus on that portion. I think we should focus also on that Lokoja road portion. There are many roads. I think he should be busy enough with those roads. I think that's more important than making political conversations and saying like he's the talebearer of Igbo. So I think he should be busy focused on those things at first. I think they're more important than anything. Also, the Shitaka is saying that the southeast Nigeria is safe and open for business, and like we said before, that Sunny is saying, Shehu Sunny is saying that it's too easy, it's too early to claim victory and all of that over the airstrikes. So there's so many conversations that are happening back and forth, and these are just some of the stories. US have resumed surveillance over the Sambisa forest after the airstrike in Sokoto. So likelihood is that they're going to definitely strike that area too. A popular Nollywood actress, this is very sad one. Olga Ademola dies at 43. It's a very sad one that befell her. Very sad one. We just pray for the repose of her soul. It's just very sad. Just very sad. I think she said she was rushed to the hospital. An illness cropped up and she was rushed to the hospital and she never made it. It's a very sad one. Very sad one that is happening to her. That has happened to her. Many feared dead after explosion of rock cells and for highway. We've talked about that. Algeria, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso in must-win clashes. Shell on Lukman Hill, Eagles great after initial scare. And Kano Hisba nabs 9 prostitutes. The question is, should we even be having a religious police in the first place? I mean, these are conversations. Port Harcourt refinery supplies diesel while shots. NNPC is saying that. The question is, where is the fuel they're adding to the petroleum ecosystem? I think we should be able to see it because they are saying it's still supplying 349,000 liters of diesel daily. Is it blending that is going on there? What is going on there in that Port Harcourt refinery? Is it only diesel? What about petrol? You know, let's see how it pans out in the coming days. A lot of conversation being had. It is sad the level of barbarity that happens in Edo State that was meted out on Don Pedro Baseki. Because of certain comments it was said that he made in London. Then they went to pull him for when he was playing football, which was his normal Sunday recreation. And they stripped him, and they beat him, and they humiliated him, and they dragged him. At first, 2 things. If the police authorities in Edo cannot arrest the thugs that we all know that they were caught on camera, then there's a higher level of complicity. Secondly, if the higher level of authority cannot condemn that action, I'm talking about the governor, I'm talking about all the higher level of authority in the state cannot condemn that action, then there's a level of barbarity going on in Edo State. Because that was the same thing they did when it was the case of the museum. Because they didn't agree with the museum, because they felt it was Obaseki, and it was not only Obaseki that made it. In fact, there were lots of foreign partners that were part of that museum. When the foreign donors were there, they went to disrupt the Moa Museum of West African Arts. The same thing they have done to Don Pedro Baseki, a man that has done so much to put Benin on the map. Because he said he gave credence to the Edo people. And they said he didn't acknowledge Yoma. And that was why they beat him and stripped him bare. You see, we live in a country where madness has taken over.
Okay, we thank Rufai for his own thoughts this morning on the headlines. We're now being joined by our usual guest in the house, Dr. Peter Anosike. Good morning and welcome to the program, sir.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
Okay, let's begin with this. Let's begin with a lighter one, because this one made me laugh a little bit. Kano people have agreed that Kwankwaso Governor Yusuf defect to APC. That's according to the aide to the governor. So this is what they're saying, that the whole of Kano people have now accepted that the two of them should go to APC.
Well, there's no way the whole of Kano people would agree, because Kano is not a one-party state. Understand? There are divisions in Kano as we speak. Understand? Even there are two mayors in Kano, and both of them have their political differences, political interest, and different supporters. So there's no cohesion, there's no unity in Kano. So there's no way all people in Kano would agree that to go to APC. And Kwankwaso going to APC, what is he going to do in APC? That's the question. What is he going to do in APC? Because the bomb in Sokoto has disqualified the Muslim ticket. It cannot happen again in the country. Understand me? There will be no madness that will bring a Muslim ticket in 2027, because America is here. They are not going, and the evangelicals are strongly in support of what Donald Trump is doing. Understand? And they know that Muslim Christian population is 50-50. And having Muslim ticket will mean continuation of the persecution of Christians. So what is Kwankwaso going to do in APC? Tinubu cannot pick a Muslim again as a VP in 2027.
Are you seeing a situation where Shetima will be dropped in 2027?
He was dropped on the 25th of December. That bomb in Sokoto dropped Shetima.
Oh, well, we're yet to see that, if that's the case.
Quote me anywhere, that bomb in Sokoto dropped Shetima. Nothing will make Tinubu come up with a Muslim ticket. The two viable candidates now is Dogara of Bauchi, that's former speaker, and Kefas, the governor of Taraba. So these are the two people that Tinubu, assuming he's to run in 2027, might pick. He cannot pick a Muslim candidate anymore. So the issue of Muslim ticket is gone, and gone forever in Nigeria.
Yeah, well, but he hasn't said that he's going there so that he can become VP. So he said it's the Kano people that have sent him. And by the way, Kano is not an APC state for a long time now. It has not been an APC state.
That's why I'm saying, what is he going to APC to do? Is it to become a minister or to become a party chairman? That's my question.
Interesting. Okay, federal government writes off $1.42 billion and 5.57 trillion naira NNPC debt. That's a headline on the Punch newspaper.
So it is a bad debt, understand? Was it written off as a bad debt?
They said after reconciliation of the books and all that, they just decided to write off the debt.
So some people has pocketed that amount, maybe as Christmas bonus, and so on and so forth. Do you know how much directors in NNPC are earning? It was reviewed last week, 4 billion annually.
Wow.
4 billion, that's directors in NNPC.
For doing what, actually?
No. If you ask me, would I ask Tinubu or Akpabio? Understand? So imagine what they should be held accountable for, and you are now writing it off. And you tell us that you are fighting corruption. So they should also write Nigerian tax off. Understand? They should start writing off. They should write Nigerian tax off.
Okay. So on the Nation newspaper, There's a story, there's a statement attributed to Nyesom Wike. Tinubu must complete 8 years as president. This is what Wike is saying. I'd like your thoughts on that.
Power belongs to the people. He has the constitutional right to do his 8 years. Understand me? He has the constitutional right, but it is the people that will determine whether he will complete his 8 years or not. Understand? It's not compulsory that everybody who comes into office will complete 8 years. Understand? In America, where we borrowed this democracy, Jimmy Carter did just 1 year. I mean,
One term.
One term. Joe Biden did 1 term. George Bush did 1 term. So it is not compulsory that Tinubu, that it is Nigerians that will decide whether he will do 8 terms or 2 terms or not. So nobody can tell them that he must do his 8 years. It is not in the Constitution.
But should public office holders be talking like this? Because this gives the people the impression that there's nothing the people can do, even the people cannot determine. Because if you're using the word must, like whether you like it or not, he's coming back for second term.
Ask yourself who is talking. That should be the first question. Ask yourself who is talking. What is senile the person that is talking? Understand? So is it whiskey that is talking, or is it Nyesom Wike? So that should be the question that we should be asking ourselves. So as I said, it is his right to aspire for 2 terms, but it is Nigerians that will decide whether he will get another term or not.
But just that if you talk like this, it doesn't seem to give any hope to the person who wants a credible election, because you're more or less telling them that in your face, this is what I'm saying, nothing you can do. Okay, well, it concerns us whatever happens in the opposition, because that is what will really determine how the outcome of the 2027 will be. And in the opposition camp, we're seeing a split. 2027, the headline here says, Obi Atiku split ADC, LP crisis deepens. Now, so many people are thinking that the future of APC rests on the shoulders of these people if they can come together, that is Obi and Atiku. And now it seems as if they are on different camps. In fact, one of the headlines said that Obi is giving reasons why he cannot be vice president to anybody, and maybe Atiku, as usual, will not want to give in to anybody else. So what future do we have with an opposition that is split?
Excuse me, which newspaper are you reading?
This is
from?
the Sun newspaper. The Sun newspaper. 2027 Obi Atiku split ADC, LP crisis deepen.
One, LP is dead. That we shouldn't be wasting our time on it. Understand? Talking about LP is like talking about MPDP. We shouldn't waste our energy on that. The issue is just as there's nowhere in the world that somebody runs for the office of the vice principal or of the vice president. Understand? There's nowhere in the world that anybody runs for the office of the vice president. So if you are going in, you are going with the mindset that you want to run as the president. Understand? Just like what Rotimi Amechi said, that he's not going to step down for anybody. So this is how this works. Obi will officially be declaring for the ADC on the 31st of this month. Understand? And he is going there to, as we say in football, to fight for his shirt. Atiku is there to fight for his shirt. So do other qualified Nigerians. Understand? It is their primary that will determine who wins. Understand? It is their primary that will determine who wins. But as we speak, Obi and Atiku have very warm relationship.
Okay. But so many people are of the opinion that if a consensus is not reached, it will cause the kind of division that will give APC just a straight highway to victory.
In 2014, APC, there was no there was a primary, understand, which was held at Tesnim Bandogu Stadium, which Atiku contested, Buhari contested, and others. At the end of the day, Buhari won with majority votes. Understand? So Atiku did not step down for Buhari in 2014. It was the primary that determined who won. So the same thing is going to happen in ADC. You don't go into politics that I'm going to be number 2. Understand? You go and if you don't get it, the negotiations continue.
Okay. Now, National Assembly misses December 2025 deadline for completion of Constitution review. So we're taking it to 2026.
Well, I don't know of any constitution review that is going on. Understand? What I know is the tax that we are told that was forged, which we want to see how it will end, because you cannot impose a forged document on the people.
Okay, you're talking about the tax tax law now.
Sure, that's what I know.
So the call is the government and the National Assembly are calling for a regazetting of that tax law, and Nigerians are calling for the tax law to be shown to Nigerians in the first place. The gazetted one and the harmonized version that was passed by the National Assembly, and the federal government is not ready to do that. The National Assembly even is not ready to do that. The courts are not ready to do that. They just want to tell us that they want to regazette that one, and we don't know which one they are regazetting. Doesn't that give you worry?
So by talking of regazetting means that there's a forgery in the first instance. Understand? So if it's not broken, there's no need to mend. Understand? So when they are talking about regazetting, it's an admission of a forgery. So they need to start all over, because I saw some of the what they passed and the one that they gazetted. Because an instance, there was what the National Assembly passed. One of them had a 25 million naira. The one that the gazetted has a 50 million naira. Understand? So we need to really know what happened, who did what, because even forging what the National Assembly did is a criminal offense. So they should even tell us who did that. This is what Nigerians need to hear. Who forged that tax document? Understand? Because the Sokoto guy, Dasuki, understand, so that it took him 3 years to compare before he was able to discover what happened, the manipulation. The question now, who manipulated what the National Assembly passed? It shouldn't be swept under the carpet. We need to know who did that, and if Nigerians are not told, then ordinarily we know that this government has no transparency in their dictionary.
It doesn't seem like they're ready to say that at all. Who
and Nigerians are not asking that question. That should be the main question that Nigerians should be asking. Who tried to manipulate what the National Assembly passed into law? That should be or the most important question. That should be the point that Nigeria should take off from. Anything other than that is a waste, because somebody needs to be called to order. Somebody needs to be punished, because if that is not done, they can still do that another time.
And that shouldn't be the responsibility of the National Assembly, because those are the ones we sent to be our mouthpieces, and they seem not to be talking. Why should we take up their responsibility all the time? It gives me worry.
Nigerians should be asking questions. Nigerians should be asking those difficult questions. We need answers. Who manipulated that tax law? Who did that forgery? Understand? When they passed it, who did they give it to? Who
so if it didn't come, the manipulation didn't come from the National Assembly. That's what I'm saying. Why is the National Assembly even not serious about finding out who manipulated a document they passed?
So that shows you the type of characters that you have up there. That shows you how unserious they are.
Okay, there's the dirty fight, as some people will call it, between Governor Seyi Makinde and the former governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose. Makinde challenges Ayo Fayose to show proof of 50 billion naira that was released to him. Fayose is accusing Makinde that when there was a disaster in Oyo State, the federal government gave 50 billion naira for relief of the victims, and Makinde spent, was it 20 billion or so, or 5 billion or something like that, and pocketed the rest of the money. So there seemed to be this back and forth in the last few days, and according to some reports, Fayose has brought out what he calls evidence to show that the federal government gave this much money to Oyo State government. I don't know. I'm divided on what to even think. On the one hand, somebody allegedly used the money that was supposed to be for the relief of those people who were victims. On the other hand, somebody is claiming that he has documents to show that this thing happened, which means he's exposing official documents to the people, and I don't know what to think about that.
Well, for me, I have no information that Fayose is the Auditor General for your state. So I don't have that information. Now, saying that 50 billion was given to
Makinde,
to Oyo State, understand? To Oyo State for the disaster, then this kind of thing is not what you can account for easily. Understand? It's just like security fund. It is not what you can account for easily. Understand? So there was a disaster, and money was. I'm not defending Makinde. Makinde is a member of G5 who messed up the 2023 election. So I have no sympathy for him. Understand me? But so this kind of money for disaster is not easy to account for it. And again, Ayo Fayose has no moral right to accuse anybody, understand, of corruption. He has no moral right to accuse anybody of corruption, judging by what he did when he was a governor of Ekiti State. Imagine somebody telling Obasanjo that to go and commission one particular road 2 times. Understand? Getting 33 chickens and telling the president come and commission a factory. Understand? My mother has more than 33 chickens. And he had never called any president that come and commission it. So Ayo Fayose has no moral right to accuse anybody of corruption, because he was as corrupt as the word goes when he was the governor.
Okay, so The fight in Rivers State seems to still be raging on. Supporting Tinubu won't earn you return ticket. That is Wike to Fubara, the governor. Remember that the governor has joined APC while Wike is still in the PDP. You know,
Partners. No, Wike has been expelled from PDP.
So which PDP are we recognizing? Because INEC has not officially told us which PDP is PDP.
He is hanging in the air. Understand? Wike is hanging in the air. Understand? And it was Hope Uzodinma that put sand into Wike's garage. Understand? Because that scheming of Fubra joining APC was done by Hope Uzodinma, understand? And now Wike is nowhere. Fubra is the leader of APC in Rivers State, understand? They gave him 0001, understand? So he's the leader, and officially that he's the leader of APC in Rivers State, and all those who have been crossing over to APC from the other political parties, their condition has always been automatic ticket. So I don't see any reason why Fubra will be different.
Yeah, but now it brings us to the case of PDP. INEC has said nothing about the two factions of PDP, so we don't know whether Wike is in the real PDP or he has been kicked out of the real
There's
PDP.
no real PDP. Both the Wike support group, aka PDP, and the Turaki marking their own, both of them are fake PDPs.
In what way?
Both of them are fake PDPs. Understand? So there's no PDP.
The party has not been deregistered. That's my concern. If you're deregistering it, fine. If you are being told that this is fake and this is not fake, because both parties are still claiming that they are the authentic ones. Nigerians need to know they still have supporters somewhere, sympathizers somewhere, and they are still being regarded as opposition, even though they are weak. So we need to know, why is INEC not definite about the situation in PDP?
Those who claim to be sympathizers or supporters of PDP are wasting their time. Understand? The PDP is dead. INEC killed PDP. Understand? Before the Oyo convention, I was in the studio here, and I say it's going to be a waste of time. Understand? And it is a waste of time. So there's no PDP.
So INEC killed it.
INEC killed it.
And we're silent about it.
INEC killed it.
So INEC is the 12th player on the field right now.
INEC,
and that's serious.
INEC killed PDP. So anybody who is still having any soft spot for PDP is wasting his or her time.
Okay, let's go to your book. Maybe some of these things were covered in your book, and just tell us a little bit about it.
My book that I spent. Many people have bought the book, and when they go through, I spent a lot of time on how to organize a coalition, how to defeat an incumbent. Understand? How to form a coalition, the fears why coalition doesn't work. Understand? I stated all that in the book, and basically how to defeat an incumbent. As we speak, what we have is just opponents of the government, not opposition. Understand? It is when opponents come together that they will now form that's an opposition. And I believe with a P2B joining ADC in few days time with other people, because he's not going to join alone. Understand? Other people are going to go into ADC with him. So we will have that's an opposition. and the opposition is going to be strong, because as we speak, this administration is fidgeting. Understand? They are panicking. Understand? The conditions that United States gave to this administration, if they implement half of it, they will lose the whole 19 states in the north in 2027. Understand? So they have been boxed into a very tight space. So opposition will come, and opposition will be strong. So I have said this even more than a year ago. It is the opposition that will determine who wins in 2027, not the APC. It is the opposition that will determine who will win in 2027, not the APC. So people are thinking that Tinubu has everything wrapped up. It's not true. Tinubu's chances is getting slimmer and slimmer by the day. Just like I told you, the bomb on the Christmas day just disqualified the Muslim ticket. Understand? The two notable Christian politicians in the north as we speak is Dogara, who is from a very minority ethnic group in Bauchi. Understand? So he is a Christian, and he is already preparing for the vice principal, for the vice
presidency,
hoping that Tinubu will pick him. Then Kefas of Taraba State, and these two people are not major political forces in the north. These two people, both Dogara and Kefas, are not major political forces in the north. So it is the opposition that will determine who will win in 2027, not APC. Forget that even if the 36 governors join them, it will still make no difference. Understand me? It will still make no difference. America is watching, and they are not going away too soon. They will not allow what happened in 2023 to happen in 2027. Before, people were telling me that America would not care, Donald Trump would not care. I was telling them Donald Trump will care. Understand? It is not going to be business as usual, both for INEC, the judiciary, and the presidency.
The thing is, America always has an agenda, whether we like it or not, and they will always ask the question, what is in it for me? Do we know what the president or the present administration promised America before they took the action that they took, and they're still in Nigeria the way they are? What was promised? We don't know anything about the agreement. We just know that they are collaborating, and that is the end.
Yes, that they are doing what? Collaborating. Look, next, if there was a joint strike, that would have been understand me? If there was a joint strike on that Christmas day, that would have been a joint statement. Understand? But there was no joint strike. America struck, and Nigeria don't want to be left out of the picture. Understand? They have to say yes, we are aware. So my book talked about how to defeat an incumbent, and those who have read it, understand, will agree with me that if they put what is written there into practice, Tinubu will return to burden down in 2027. Understand me?
Interesting. Is this book on only hard copy, or you?
It's in Amazon. It is in Amazon for those who are abroad, because my other book, I was sending a book that is selling for 5,000 naira. I was using 97,000 to send to Algeria. Understand? hundred and something thousand to send to United States, just a copy. Imagine buying a book of 5,000 naira and now using 90,000 to send it to outside
Nigeria
or the country. So I now have to put it's in Amazon for those who wants it. Understand? If they Google Anosike Peter, they will see the book in Amazon. And for those who are in Nigeria, understand, the hard copy is in VOP 90.3 office at the 42 Murtala Mohammed Airport Road. Understand? So they can come to airport VOP office to buy all the book or go to Amazon and buy it too. And again, we can send to anywhere in the country. Understand? Anywhere somebody buys some. We have been sending to Sokoto, to Kanu, to Akwa Ibom, understand, to Onitsha. So anywhere they want, we do send. And for those who are interested in the book, they can send I'm interested to this phone number 080 3577 9230. 080 3577 9230. Just say I'm interested in the book Abuse of Power, and I will tell you how you can get it.
Abuse of power. How democracy became
turned into tyranny
of the few.
Yes, because our democracy has turned into tyranny of the few. Power no more belongs to the people, but the people need to get back their power, and that's what all the book is talking about. How power can come back to the people.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to open the lines for you to call us and tell us what you think about the headlines. Just a refresher of what the major headlines were or are. Let me just take the leading headlines from every of these newspapers that we read to you. Kano people have agreed that Kwankwaso Governor Yusuf defect to APC Rogo. That's on the Daily Post newspaper. On the Punch newspaper, federal government writes off $1.42 billion and 5.57 trillion naira NNPC debt. A very interesting story there. Then on the Sun newspaper, 2027 Obi Atiku split ADC, LP crisis deepens. And then we have on Daily Trust, U.S. airstrikes, casualties likely in Sokoto. And finally on the Nation newspaper, Tinubu must complete 8 years as president. That is according to Wike. So call us on 0700 903 903 903, 0700 903 903 903, or 080 36 929933, 08036929933. If it's WhatsApp you prefer, it's 08171756338, 08171756338. So call us now. Let's hear what you think. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is Yakuma, Democratic Committee.
Thanks for joining us. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. PTB and the PTB job ADC is so lovely. I love that. Because the people they make a forest. As you join them, if they do primary, if they do the primary, let everybody is like people will fine. It's like people will fine. The only thing I have to say, they don't continue guide them to take them for all days. Let them change this country, because this country is going to business. So, but I feel God will see Nigeria through. Thank you. Happy New Year.
Same to you, Afuma. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Are you what I say?
Yes, go ahead.
My name is Chibuza, calling from Nigeria.
Chibuza, go right ahead.
The way these politicians they talk say they really need tomorrow. Why we they talk say our president must complete 2 years? They say how will they put it?
2 tenors.
Is it 2 tenors? I mean say, is it the God? You need to dey ask that man some questions sometimes. So okay, that's a good news for the Obi to join
ADC
coalition. It's okay like that. So I will know how to take comot APC into power. The APC they don't do us for something in this country. They no fit do transfer something. APC, no trust them. That's my opinion.
Thank you.
On how to advance our that man yesterday. He really know tomorrow. That's why they talk like this. If he know I cannot talk like that. Bye bye, sir.
Bye bye. Thank you very much for your thoughts. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you. My name is Malam Bello. I am calling you from Mahudil, Kano State.
Malambelo, thanks for joining us. Happy New Week.
Thank you very much. The same to you. Happy New Year in advance.
Yes, same to you.
Thank you. Yes, actually, if it is true that Abakabed, the governor of Kano State and Congress want to exist from their political party, NNPC, to APC, they are in cup of tea. Because I think the governor and Congress, their vote is only two, and whosoever that want to follow them, APC, or want to vote for APC, they are in cup of tea. But for some of us, they also have our own right to vote for a candidate of our choice. We don't have any business with that kind of their move. That is one. Then number two, I love when Wike says that Tinubu was completely seconded. Wike went to PDP primary. Why can't you say that it must be you? If Wike know there is a man, we would have told the PDP that time during that their primary election that this primary we are going to should not be held. It must be you. So that when it will work, then we know that Wike is somebody that whenever you say something, that thing must stand. So Wike is just making noise. That is number two. Then number three, let me tell you, this one, let me first of all go to analyst. I love you so much. Because 2023 election, we won this. I am one of the person that please apologize to him that yes, we brought this up on ourselves. I voted for this government that has no direction, that has no, in fact, the only thing I know that I will never forget is voting for this APC. I know that with all my vote, whether I will vote for him, I will vote for them, but it's the great mistake of my life. Then, tell me, 2027, the dollar card. First of all, I'm Muslim, but first of all, let me advise all Nigerians to first of all reject Muslim ticket. That is one. Because some of our brothers here believe that since it's Muslim ticket, Nigeria has become theirs. That is why they are Muslim. So, come 2027, by the grace of God, I think by this time on Monday, as usually be sometime Sunday, sometime Monday, by now, or 10 o'clock, all Nigerians will say, bye bye, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Malam Bello. Okay. Callers, our lines are still open. We're ready to take your calls. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Daniel. I'm calling from Alaba.
Daniel, thanks for joining us. Go ahead.
Yeah, Peter was saying good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, let me talk about Wike. Wike is saying what he said because he's not relevant. He's off farm. He doesn't belong to PDP. He doesn't belong to APC. Look at his boy that is pursuing from River State, which means Fubara. Fubara is number one now. Is in a River State. So where is his own grant? Where is he going to campaign for our president to call second term? Okay, now you go put am there that day. Now you go vote, the family go vote, everybody go vote for Wike. How many people there are that are going to vote for Wike? When Fubara have taken over his own seat, you know, get mad, make him go find what he want to do. For my brother, what do you call him? The man for the state, David Umahi.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying that Igbos should wait. He have not gotten to Igbo's turn. But even if he got to Igbo's turn, it's going to be him that will be the presidency. I'm giving him applause. I dey clap for him. Let that time come. At least he will rule Igbo state. Or he rule his family. Not Igbo people. My brother, second base, Jerry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Call us and talk to us. Good morning.
Good morning, Yango.
Good morning to you, sir.
And good morning to Dr. Peter Nasike. I'm Edward calling from Tango.
Edward, go ahead.
You see, my text is to make sure that U.S. as that tracking these terrorists, let us also have it in mind that those that sponsoring Boko Haram will not left behind. That 400 is now that are in this country. They will use this opportunity to let us know who are who that we have been spoiling our nation. They should go ahead and list all the people that are involved in sponsoring this terrorism. They should name them out and carry them for trial. Expose them very well. Let Nigeria knows who is our enemy. That's my take. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let Nigeria know who is our enemy. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Yango.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I greet my brother there.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah. Sorry.
Your radio is interfering, please.
Let me off it.
Please do.
Okay, Yango.
Yeah.
I greet my brother, Dr. Peter Nasike.
You can hear you.
What I want to say about Wike, believe me or you will not believe me, after 2027, Wike is gone. Why they keep him there now is for him to really Abuja 2027. That is the only thing will make Tunumbu keep him. And after that 2027, believe me, Wike will not get any single power again. So what I'm telling Nigerians is that let them calm down. From Wike issue, it has gone. Just after 2027, it will become like me, ordinary person. And again, Yango, I want to plead for you people. Let you people talk to Dave Umahi. This Bini bypass that I run the other day. Do you know that people go Christmas, spend 2 days in a just a journey that is not reach up to 7 hours. I know when I run to Lagos to Onisha, 6 hours I don't get Onisha. But now 2 days is very, very painful. I'm telling you, Yango, it's very, very painful. Let Devumai leave Costa Way. Let him do this road. It's important for us. How can the children will be dropping on the road, putting mat because of hold up? Somebody will stay more than 2 hours in one place. It's painful. You people that is in position in media, make una talk to Devumai. It's very, very bad that Igbo man will become minister of works and our road is like that. Amechi have done his own. He built the railway, government he built go north from Abuja to north, built from Lagos to Ibadan everywhere. But why can't they build from Abuja to east or from Lagos to east? It's very painful. I don't know what is the reason our people are so wicked like this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just plied that road myself and I know how it is. It's very terrible. And it's not just about the east. There should be railways going to every part of Nigeria so that you can have a choice. You want to travel by air? Fine. You want to travel by road? Fine. By rail? Fine. It's your choice, depending on your pocket or your convenience or what you want to get out of the journey. But here we are. So it doesn't even need to be that Umahi is an Igbo man or not. If you are a minister, check where the need is most and then work where people need you to work, whether it is up north or down south or east, west, anywhere. And right now, it is that Benin bypass that everybody is crying. So he should work on it as a minister of Nigeria, not just as an Igbo minister. So, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Good morning to you. What's your name?
I'm going to put out a mission.
Wale, go ahead.
In fact, I really want you for the program that you brought now. I listen to the program started up to now presently. In fact, it's a very lovely program.
Thank you.
You know, this is all happening like how could somebody that is not the Lord, that that is not a person of the party wish to control the party until assigns another candidate. It could not be done. And in this particular country, the democracy we are running is like say people are saying, we are not running the way because we drag the democratic form are running it. Now, let us go back to the Pharisee. He alleged Makinde of corruption. Why is he the master of corruption? We have to check ourselves. And that is that. Concerning the upper house, I mean the senators, what happens to the review constitutions? Why useless of that constitutions have to use or change? This is a very big stress on this country. People are watching. Other countries are watching. Why is it continuing like this? Things must change, Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, this message is saying anybody that is against Donald Trump action in Nigeria, all these killings will reach his or her family, and all the people that do not want peace in Nigeria will not see peace in their homes. God Almighty will bring peace in Nigeria. This is from Mr. Babu. Okay. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Innocent. I'm calling from my mother. My brother, well done.
Thank you very much, sir.
Please, I want to ask, as they are saying now, Sokoto is not okay for Nnamdi Kanu. So our current president, let them know how to bring that man out, to put him on another place where this thing continues. That we will not have anything to regret in Nigeria. That's why it's better to be able to be late. And for Obi, yeah, Obi have done well, but I wish he did it like 6 months ago. Because now he want to join to the ADC. That is very, very fine. It's 2 of them we are waiting for. Let him go there and meet up with their people. If any one of them that of being the flag bearer, that person will join. Maybe vice or whatever. So they get it correct. They should not go and start making rough fight so that the enemy will not laugh at them. Their APC will not laugh at them. And for the tax, everybody knows that tax is for they are not going to continue it. The January and government will bring it down. I know that he is going to bring it, but you know what when you come for politics, you know how to handle it. You will not like to use this to scatter his this. Maybe after whoever wins, that person may continue with that, but they are going to bring it down as I'm saying it, because APC will not like to lose. And Mika who said that 8 years for Alhaji Bola Ahmed, he doesn't supposed to say so. It's left for we Nigerians to decide who we want. Whoever we want we go. That is it. Not Mika. Mika cannot provide the, if you allow play and play in River State, Mika cannot bring 3,000 votes. I know that. And my house is closer to their own side there. So you cannot bring 3,000, but if you allow free and fair, but I know they will not allow it free and fair. But let him stop saying something that they will use against him tomorrow. Whatever happens. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, this message is saying, following the latest development and improvement on the fight against insecurity in the country, I want to commend President Tinubu for his political courage to give approval to the U.S. military to carry out airstrikes on the terrorists. I want to appeal to him to do more, especially on how to deal with the 400 names of the sponsors of Boko Haram, even if he doesn't want to make it public. But let Nigerians see and feel the pulse that truly these sponsors of terrorists are facing court trials and would be prosecuted. This, I believe, will restore the hope of many Nigerians and begin to have confidence that the president is ready to tackle the insecurity in the country squarely. Also, I feel it's time for the DSS to invite Sheikh Gumi for questioning on the relationship he has with these terrorists. Finally, no power supply in the Ijagamo community again after the restoration of power, and supplying it was just for 2 days. Olorun Agba, wow, God bless Nigeria. Temitope Onatoye from the Ijagamo community. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Yamgu.
Good morning to you.
Hello.
I can hear you. Go ahead. What's your name and location?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello?
Oh, okay. So we cannot continue. In case you're hearing me now, we could hear you, but you couldn't hear us. So that's unfortunate. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, I'm good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
This is fine, calling from Suka.
Ifeanyi, thanks for joining us. How is it today?
Fine. We don't leave Lagos for now.
Yeah.
The man that I call in contact later, sir. The woman that said not yet time for Igbo people. Okay. We are wedding now, so we are working. And for my brother, that's a big deal for people who don't know this. I think that's a good news. And someone that is telling Mr. President that he's assured that he's going for the second term. I don't know the people that will vote for, maybe his family or the one that has in Abuja that will come and vote for the man that is talking. And again, Mr. President, I was so happy that the security were some my way going. I was so happy on that. At least the road was so secure and safe. So I think Mr. President on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We thank God for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself in Nsukka. Okay, gradually we're getting to a break time, but I'm hoping that you still are going to be calling us and all that. Doctor, maybe you have something else to add?
The second to the last caller said that he appreciated the president for
the fight against insecurity
with others for approval. Understand?
Okay.
Me?
Yeah.
So the issue is this: America was already airborne. Understand? America was already airborne. So whether approval or no approval, they're already on their mission before the approval came. Understand? If they are working together, there should have been approval before they go airborne. Understand? But they don't want a repeat of what happened in 2014 when America wanted to come and rescue the Chibok girls, and they released the information that to those holding them. So America is running at their own speed. It is Nigeria that now want to run that to meet up America. Understand? So we should know what is happening. So whether approval or no approval, that hit will have happened.
Okay, interesting. Callers, maybe just will be the last caller before we go on break. It's okay. Just let me take messages so that I can manage time. Mazi Ogochukwu, aka Elder General from Ishere Oshun, is saying great Nigeria House incident have exposed our carelessness in terms of emergency management. How can people stuck underground till now nothing is known of them? Have they been rescued? What is happening in our power supply sector? For months now, we hardly see light. APC, one-party system have killed our democracy. Please release Mazi Namdi Kanu. Okay, well, this is where we are going.
And the power minister want to contest
presidency.
Governor for your state.
Oh, okay.
Adenabu.
Oh, okay.
I understand. He wants to contest governor of Oyo State. And as we speak, 100 billion is missing in the power ministry.
Okay, well, this is how much we can take now until we return at 10:30. We'd like to say thank you. Stay with us. And Dr. Peter, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right.
I don't know my original people. How on a day, my prayer be say